Hi, so welcome to the Reaseheath lambing unit. As you can see, we've got plenty of lambs being born. So today we're going to talk through what we do right after the ewes lamb.
Hi, I'm Chloe Cooper. I am the apprentice on Reaseheath farm. So we've had a ewe that's lamb that's had 3 lambs, and then what we're about to do is take them, put them into a pen. We put them in a pen so the mother can bond with the lambs. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to spray the lambs with iodine so they don't get infection on the navel. So we've just moved these 3 lambs out of that shed into this shed. We put them in these pens so they can bond with the mother, make sure they suckle, get the right feed, and they stay in here about 24 to 36 hours, and then we turn them out if they're suitable enough and if they're healthy enough.
So these lambs are about 2 days old now, so these are getting ready to go out to the field. So obviously after 24 hours we can put rings on the tails. Some people do the testicles as well, but all we do here is the tails. The reason we do this is if you leave a big long tail, if the animal has feces out the back end, if they have a worm burden in the summer or later on, they end up with a very dirty tail and it causes a lot of irritation to the animal. So while they're still young and they don't really feel it, we put a ring on the tail and it just shortens the tail down essentially. When you do this, you just need to leave just enough tail to cover the back end to keep them warm, but you take the end bit off basically. So what we'll do is lift up, pull it down, put a ring on, close it off, and we just pull that off. There we go, and there's a little ring on there, so obviously below the ring will fall off eventually. Doesn't cause any pain to the animal at this point because they're so young. After that, we then spray the lambs, and we'll spray the ewe with the same number. So when they go out to the field, we know which lambs are meant to be which ewe in case they get lost or in case there's a problem, we can identify the animals. So Chloe here is feeding one of our cade lambs. A cade lamb is essentially an orphan lamb, so maybe sometimes the ewe might reject a lamb and then we need to feed that lamb ourselves because she won't look after it. Additionally, ewes in particular can have 3 or 4 lambs. Most ewes won't be able to feed all 4 or 3 of those lambs, so sometimes we take 1 or 2 off them and we'll put them onto the bottle and we'll give them a supplementary feed essentially. So as you can see, we've already tagged this lamb here. You'll see that it's been tagged this way in particular, so that if the ewe lamb does catch its ear, it won't pull the ear tag out. That's why we tag on the front. Additionally, there's a little line that runs through the middle of the ear, bit of cartilage. We don't want to tag on that side because it would cause a lot of pain to the lamb. So we tag just in front of that area basically. But yeah, these tags are here, and obviously we've got a thick bit on the inside and a smooth bit on the outside. That's literally just so they don't catch their ear on anything. The reason we tag our lambs is so that we can record their lifetime data, and as they get older we can see which lamb was with which ewe, and we can record weights, and then we can use management decisions based on those sort of data that we record basically. So we've just collected some colostrum off this ewe. The reason we've done that is so that we can test this colostrum, see how good quality it is. Essentially what we do is test that with a refractometer. So it tests the light as it comes through, and the more light comes through, the higher quality the milk is essentially. So I'm just going to test that quick. If you've not seen one before, that's what they look like. You put a little drop of milk on that end, and you have a look through that side. So I'll just have a little test now. Just a small drop of milk on there. Close that up. The milk needs to be about 20 degrees C, so you just need to let it come to about just below body temperature basically. And then we have a look. Okay, and that's a really good score. So that to us is 27%, which is very high. So anything above a 22% for sheep is a really high, good quality colostrum. And when we say it's good quality colostrum, that essentially means it's got lots of antibodies in. So these ewes are born with no immune system, and they require this colostrum to build an immunity before they build their own immune response. Additionally, it's very high in fat and protein, so it gets the lamb going. There's lots of energy in there. So we've just turned some of these ewes and lambs out. These are the first ones we've had this season. You will have seen them in the individual pens inside. They say they will have stayed in there for about 24 to 36 hours. And now they go out into the field and they can get some nice fresh grass. It's much better being outside, purely because you've got fresh air and the environment's a lot better. There's more room, the infection risk is less. And essentially they've got nice fresh grass, which is better than the silage we have. So I hope you've enjoyed the last few days with us here lambing at Reaseheath College. We hope to welcome you back next year in person as well.